Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on second down and short. What do I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Richardson. Complete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. 3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Purdy now to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9. And Richardson back to throw it. And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield. It almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now it's Richardson. And fights through one man. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, 6th overall. And the Colts take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge him? This is going to be fun.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Taking it about the 36. He returns the punt 64 yards on the score. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Returnable here from the 38. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Shreds into the stiff arm. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Richardson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. That's a step in the right direction defensively here. If you're facing this sizable deficit, they're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Third and long for Richardson. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Gay's kick is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because When you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
You look at this Colt defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17-0 our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Purdy. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen, did not let him get downfield.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 9. Here's Richardson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lawson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First reception for him, and remember, he leads the NFL in that category here in this first month. Also has a 1st down.
79 Broncos. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now a handoff up the middle. Cox. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. This is Miller, complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cox. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Richardson looking to throw. This pass left side to Downs. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Second and 10, back to the air with Richardson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, no, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Purdy now on second down. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now Purdy. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Richardson now on 2nd down. That complete to Downs. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
19 light.
3rd and 1. Richardson to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st down, Richardson. Over the middle, complete. It's Miller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
19 tight.
Richardson looking to throw this. He finds his man, complete. It's Lawson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Richardson to the air on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Richardson yet again. Pushes past him. He's got the hook up to Miller. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now Richardson back to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A final shot before the half. Richardson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room, no points on the board, not playing well defensively, deflated, and now things may have changed for them.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's 17-7. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And this defense just being manhandled here to start the drive. Good push up front, 2 big runs. This one 18 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, Hobbs looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing here, Purdy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely, first and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal, 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick-6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Richardson. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. Now Richardson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. A good pickup there at 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The defense was waiting for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts add 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead with the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Purdy now to throw. There's Chris Olave. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First and 10, it's Richardson. This is Miller, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll run on first down. Cox. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Gay is on for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gay now set to kick it off. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, it's Cox. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Second down, here's Richardson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
1st and 10, here's Richardson with it.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Cox. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. Olave holds it in. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A second down throw for Purdy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Got it. Ready? 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. Now Purdy. And he slings one that's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. A quick throw completed by Purdy. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Touchdown! Christian Kirk from 6 yards away. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And this one incomplete. And all that remains is 13 seconds. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Here we go. Start.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit.